Hello, my name is James Heskins. The subject of my speech is the history and origins of ice hockey. An ice hockey team is made up of 6 players, each with a specific position and job. The job of offense is to score goals, and the defense is to protect the goal. An official NHL National Hockey League rink is 200 feet long and 85 feet wide. An international competition rink is wider by 15 feet. The rink is divided by the red line, has 2 blue lines, 5 face-off circles, and the goals and the creases. When was the game invented? The name hockey has no clear origin. Its first known mention is from the 1773 book Juvenile Sports and Pastimes, but it certainly existed in different forms and with different names well before this time. No one can be certain exactly when the sport was invented, but there is clear evidence of its existence in Greece as nearly as 400 BC, though some argue that even the ancient Egyptians enjoyed the sport. Wonder how ice hockey could have been played in the areas that obviously were free of ice. The answer is simple. The sport originated as a ball and a stick game, but spread with civilizations into new areas and territories. It was mentioned in a proclamation by King Edward III of England in 1363, and there are paintings of the Dutch playing what appears to be a gold on ice in the 1600s. When Europeans made their way to America, they discovered that the natives had their own game played with sticks and stones, a precursor to modern-day lacrosse, and sometimes played this game on the ice. Field hockey was invented from the pastime, though ice hockey did not extend past small towns and never was organized. However, in 1872, James Creighton of Halifax moved to Montreal and took the game of hockey with him. After introducing the game to his friends, James made an arrangement to play the sport indoors at the ice rink. Part of the reason the game had not gained popularity yet was the belief that it should only be played outdoors. This was overcome when Mr. Halifax made a flat wooden puck to help keep it down on the ice, and on March 3, 1875, he and his friends played an exhibition game. The first hockey leagues were formed in the mid-1880s, while the Amateur Hockey Association of Canada, the HAC, which began in 1885, was the first national hockey organization. At the Montreal Winter Carnival in 1889, Sir Frederick Arthur Stanley, Governor General of Canada, became taken with the game. He later helped form the Ontario Hockey Association and conceived the idea of a National Hockey Championship, or as we like to call it, the Stanley Cup. Hockey became widely popular and a huge moneymaker for the owners of the teams, though the players remained unpaid. This changed when Jack Gibson of Ontario, a hockey star, moved to Michigan to study dentistry in Detroit. Once he set up practice in Houghton, Michigan, Mr. Gibson formed a Portage Lake hockey team in 1902. His team was given a new arena by a local businessman. The team was good, beating most everyone. Over the next 2 years, they decided to pay the players. This change led to the formation of the National Hockey League in 1907. There are now 30 teams within the NHL, with teams pulling in millions of profits each year. Though it's a great sport, it's an inexpensive one, and unlike baseball, basketball, it is very expensive to play. Youth and amateur teams also be limited by their geographic circumstances, as not all cities have ice rinks. At this time in the United States, only 0.015% of the population actually play hockey themselves. I enjoy watching hockey because I think it's an exciting game. I really like the physical contact the game has, And the game is important to me because it's the game that my father, brother, and I all used to watch together as a family, rooting for the greatest team in hockey, the Detroit Red Wings. So that's why the game of hockey is important to me. It was just a great quality time that I did get to spend with my family watching, cheering on our team. Well, this does conclude my speech for the night. I do thank you. I hope you enjoyed it, and you guys have a great rest of your night.